Mic check. Playback's good. We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL postseason. Season 4 action here. Cyclones up 3-2 on those Phoenix Firebirds. They did get a win last night as Richmond clinched their 3-2 series. They won that 4-2. That's the final. Oklahoma City has a chance to do that here tonight to close out the Firebirds, their AL West rival. Just for some context to see how that the AL West all shaped out, we had a 2-game separation between all three teams. Nuggets 2 games above the Firebirds. Firebirds 2 games above the Cyclones. So the fact that the Nuggets got eliminated in the first round, in the wild card round, and then they lost OKC in the wild card. Now the Firebirds, who are 2 games above the Cyclones in the regular season, have a chance to lose to these guys as well. It's just kind of interesting that OKC has that's been their path, and they've taken out both of those teams. Potentially, they could take them both out here in the postseason. So, the idea that they lost 2 games to end the season, pretty telling. Okay, or actually that could be they've lost 2 straight games in the playoffs, couldn't it? Let's see what the Richmond Good Boys says. Win 5 straight games. Yeah, that's not correct. So that must have been to close out the season. What is going on with my streaming here? We've got another warning here. Current stream's bitrate is 2176 kilobytes per second. We battled this last night, and I'm getting a little bit agitated. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. We got to open a widget. Stream status is good. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 6,800 kilobytes per second. I don't freaking know. I thought the less is more here. Anyway, so guys, if the connection gets weird, then I'm gonna have to start thinking about changing some things around here. But let's get into the action. We got Rico Ramos Jr. on the mound here for Phoenix, trying to keep them alive in this ALCS. And then you got Willie Escobedo, who's been darn good, 2-0 at 2.65 ERA on the mound there for the Cyclones. We'll see who's going to advance tonight. It could go to a Game 7, and if it does, well, we'll get that out of the way too. So potentially 2 games tonight, potentially just the one here. And we'll do no quick counts. We didn't do that for Richmond. Actually, we didn't do that at all last night, so no quick counts. This will be full game action here, and we will do clear skies. So here we go, guys. Here we go. Sunday night GGBL, life's good, says Nova. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, we got to turn the volume down here real quick. Turn that volume down. Let's try the recommendation for the stream and see what that does. We'll see. We'll see if that improves the quality or if it's gonna hurt. My hope is that it doesn't hurt. I'll keep monitoring it though. Got a good game, man. Good game on tap. You can see just how close that this series has been. A 1-run difference in every single game except for game number 4. It's been close, man. It's been close. Both these teams, they hate each other. AL West rivals. We're ready to rock and roll, baby. Ready to rock and roll. Rico Ramos in recent starts, he hasn't been as effective. That's why that ERA is kind of ballooning a little bit at 4.43. But overall, he's been pretty good. They're going to need him yet again here tonight. Speaking of being pretty good, Brady Berger has been amazing for this OKC offense. Been a really good leadoff man. Getting on base. You can see his last 10 games hitting .341. That's pretty big time in the leadoff spot. You need that. Laying a bunt down here. Fourth under. Whoever wins gets bragging rights for the offseason. Pretty much. I mean, even more than bragging rights, right? You potentially, let's see what the volume is here real quick. I don't know if it's saved. Get the music. Crowd volume. I gotta move. Actually, wasn't it up here? Let's move crowd volume down there. And let me know if that sounds okay. If it's too low, like if we get a big moment and it's too low, please, please, please let me know, because I want your guys' entertainment is top priority here for me. So we got a strikeout for Ramos Jr. Brady Berger goes down swinging. But kind of my point, what I was trying to say was potentially they got more than just bragging rights. You know? They get to, one team gets to go to the Gold Series and potentially win the whole dang thing. Oh my gosh, Brandon Catfish. That's a loud single. And he's got speed too. He hit it so hard that he could only muster up a single. Crazy. Oh, right out of the reach of Stoitz. Catfish, maybe he might be rounding third. No, he just gets in there. Karev with a base hit here to the opposite side. Rico Ramos in a little bit of early trouble here. Now you got to get Braden Leroy. Dizo is in the house. Phoenix is in the building. Well, you are Mr. Phoenix in my mind. You're Mr. Phoenix. But you got Mr. Boston here in here too. Dizo. Cutter's going to miss high. Braden Leroy, of course, 53 bombs this season. That is quite a bit. That is quite a bit of home runs, man. Second in the AL voting for MVP. But he did win the 2024 MVP, which would be season 2. So he is definitely one of the best players in the league and one of the more prodigious power hitters of the league. So lefty-righty matchup. Game could spiral out of control here with a bad first inning. So you know the pressure is already on Ramos Jr. The 2-1 is a hot shot ground ball to Hannibal Lobo, who's going to flip it to second over to first. What a double play! What a turn! Plus, on the hop, it was an in-between hop right there into the glove. What an incredible play by Hannibal Lobo. Great turn. Around the horn they go. That could prove large. That could prove very, very important here as the game goes on, to shut down that OKC offense. Rashad Bolden's in here too. Sunday night GGBL. Hello all and GG9. Hello Rashad. How are you doing, sir?
Nope.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another GGBL stream. War Thunder says over the last couple of games, things start to go awry between these two. Yeah, it's just been a very, very back and forth type battle. One team scores, the other scores. One team puts pressure on, the other team puts pressure on. Wow, okay, so you're going to say that he went, but last night, I don't remember who the batter was exactly, but I think it was Berger. He checked his swing, but he definitely went all the way around. They said it was a ball. The ball 4, loaded the bases up. Same umpiring crew, too. for this series. Dennison slowly bringing that batting average up just a little bit here to 220. He's really struggled. But Escobedo's got him in a 1-2. Fouled it off. He's got a good little batting stance here, nice and compact, but just gotta get the bat head on the ball. Oh, base hit down the line. Dennison, he can run a little bit. Let's see if he tests Karev's arm, and he will not. Probably a smart move there. Karev's got one of the better fielding stats in the game. Portugal's in the house here. Goldie doing some scouting for the Gold Series for the Good Boys. Heck yeah, man. Good Boys, we got to get this done this year. This is the year, man. Ricky, he might be retiring. KJ, first year coming over. He's got to win one, man. We have to win one because of the move that we made to go get KJ. That's only going to give me some validation. That's all we need. We need validation. As if, 4 straight Gold Series is not enough validation. We need to actually win one, We need to go 1 for 4. 1 for 4 might make you a millionaire. 250 might make you a millionaire. All right, so stolen base there for Dennison. Keeps him out of a double play. But now we do have a problem because you've got Kevin Stoitz coming up to the plate. 7 home runs in the postseason. We have not even played 7 games in this series. We aren't even in the Gold Series yet. This guy's got 7 bombs. Can he do it again? Realize every game of gameplay he's got a homer, right? There's a deep drive to left, but Urker's there just right before the warning track. So Stoitz gave it a ride. He was looking for another one, looking for number 8. But to no avail. Close, says Portugal. Yes, it was very close. That's the thing that, like, if you're OKC, you have to know that he's going to get his. Stoitz is going to get his. He will produce a run. He never not produces a run. He'll get his RBI. It's just a matter of how many RBIs and when is it going to happen, right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So you know that you got to score some runs against this Phoenix offense. You got to do it. Popped them up a little bit foul. If you guys, I need to forgive me for one moment here. I got to shut my. There we go. I got to shut my basement door. Right to the laundry room. It's got the sump pump. Sump pump goes on every now and then, and that's what you hear. That's what you might be hearing in the background. We're getting a lot of rain up here in Michigan. So that thing has been working quite a bit here these last couple days. All right, Rico, let's settle it down here. Berger. Drive out to left. It's got a little bit of carry to it, and Ruth is looking up, and that is gone. It landed in somebody's Berger. Solo shot for Berger. OKC gets one more run. Jinxed, said Portugal. What did I say? What did I say? Let's settle it down, Rico. Yeah, go figure. Go figure. You know what? Just for good measure, I'm going to say that to OKC, just so that they get a Phoenix gets a home run. Rico's now hitting 101. But see, here's the thing: if you're Phoenix, like you know that one run isn't going to kill you. Because you got Kevin Stoitz. He'll hit some bombs. Maybe just one. But Rico's really fired it in there. Triple digits. Twice in this AB. The 1-2. Going to try to blow that by him with a little cut fastball. Colton Cannon. Flips it over there to first. For out number 2. So, Port, what is your what's your anticipation here? Who do you think Richmond's going to get? I know that you're like super invested in KJ. He's your boy. My boy is Ricky. You know that. Everybody knows that. What do we want here? Do we want Phoenix or do we want OKC? It's really a tough call, isn't it? Rico's going to strike out his man there, but Hamburger puts the Cyclones on top with a solo shot. Man, he turned on that thing too. Here's the thing. Phoenix, they scare me a little bit because of the offense. Stoitz, Lobo, Michael and Angelo Ruth, Colton Cannon, Avalos, Diego Jimenez, Dennison can hit a little bit. And they've actually got a pretty good pitching staff, you know. So they kind of scare me a little bit. But the way that they've played against OKC just tells me that they might be able to get had a little bit. But the knee-jerk reaction, the initial reaction, like who do I want? I think I want OKC. They seem to just be the weaker team, you know. But they're winning the series right now, 3-2. They've got some decent pitching. They got Leroy. They got Karev, Catfish, Berger, DeAndre Clayton. Like they're not an easy out either. They feel like the easy out given the history. You know, they feel like an easy out just because of their history. But they're just one of those teams that I feel like if we have to play OKC, we're probably going to lose. Because I've already been burned. Washington was a tough series in season 1 against Richmond. Washington, that was tough. That was a very, very tough team. Columbus was a tough team too. They were just absolutely stacked, you know. And then Colorado, they were just hot. Like we could have beat Colorado. Game 1, almost throwing a no-hitter. Never seen that in gameplay. We were only a couple outs away from a no-no. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm a little burned. I'm once burned, twice shy. Kind of want OKC. But that's not. It just seems like a trap. It seems like a trap. It seems like the team we should want is Phoenix. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. Make sure you guys are leaving a like here on the stream. I'd highly appreciate it. Definitely helps with the algorithm, as you know. Keep pumping up the GGBL numbers, man. Got to get more eyeballs on this thing. It's an old game. It's an old series on MLB The Show 23. Before you know it, we'll be hitting next season. We'll be hitting 2025. And there'll be a new MLB The Show game. This game will be 2 years old. This league will be 2 years old. Calendar. No intention, of course, of moving it over to updated games. Unless you know, nothing's going to stay the same. But as far as rosters go, but we'll, you know, maybe if they have something that's completely franchise mode altering, where it makes like custom leagues easier to run, or like, you can actually create custom players for your draft class, stuff, something like that, I might consider moving it over, but that's also a lot of work. It's also a lot of work. Got to get Brady Urker in there. Got to get Michael Ruth in there. Whoa, deep drive here. Whoa! Brady Urker with a solo home run. Number 2. I did not anticipate that. I didn't have that on my bingo card. Brady Urker, lucky number 7. Hits a solo shot. Who knew that the leadoff guy, the little leadoff guy, had that much power? This guy can hit bombs? What in the world? 2-0. OKC. Not the end of the world, though. It's not like it was a 3-run jack. Man, we're quiet tonight, guys. We're quiet. I specifically called out Port, and he has nothing to say. He has nothing to say. I feel like if we get OKC and if we lose, it'll be a series like Colorado, and it'll be heartbreaking. Yeah, but, you know, we're used to it, aren't we? We're used to the heartbreak, aren't we? I mean, you're a Seattle fan. I'm a Good Boys fan. Discord messages in chat? Okay, interesting. Oh, we got some GGBL chatter going on here. Mena says game is live. We're live. Channel points might come in the Gold Series. I would say yes. I would say yes.
Nope.
I'd say that your answer was right, Port. Thank you for answering. Great box. Had a question. So anybody in the chat here kind of wants to know, he asked, is it possible to make a prediction for channel points for the playoff? I've been watching for a while and would love to get a player added, but I usually can't make the live events, so I don't get many chances. Anyways, I'll watch in a few hours. So, yeah. Yeah, I would say Gold Series. Gold Series, yes. Right now, definitely not. But I can't, like, the only series that I can really think to use channel points right now would be Madden. And I have yet to make a decision on if I'm doing a Madden franchise. Channel points don't... Oh, we got a deep drive here. Michael Ruth. Deep to left center. That ball is gone as well. So we got both teams exercising the long ball here tonight. Nice. He says nice, nice. Yeah. All right, that's a good way to get back into it, right? They're not dead. They're not out of it. Got a good pitch to hit right down Broadway. Into the seats. Is that their first hit? No, they got 2 hits. But, yeah, so as far as channel points go, like, of course the GGBL makes sense. You can use your channel points there. College Football 25, I mean, outside of, like, the initial team builder rosters, you can't edit their ratings. You can't make them better than what they are. You really have to just create your player up front before season 1 even starts if you want to use your channel points there.
The center fielder, number 27.
You could use channel points to rename a custom player, or rename a drafted player. What am I talking about? A recruiting player.
The batter, number 19. Second baseman.
NHL. If I ever wanted to do an NHL series, I can't do channel points there because it's the same thing. You can't, for whatever reason, NHL games do not let you edit things. Like, I don't get it. These guys are CPU players. Why can't I edit their stuff? I don't get it. It's weird. So really, channel points just... It's all with GGBL, or it's Madden, or MLB The Show. That's about it. To make it worth it, you know? Make it worth your time. Josh says, I'm here, didn't get the notification. Or I probably missed the notification. That's alright. YouTube has been acting funky, man. We had the Yukon streams kind of dwindled. That we were used to getting like 1,000 views, and then it dropped down to like 800, then 600, then 400, 400, 400, 300, 300, 300. The most recent upload had 100, and now this last episode been like 70, 80 views. I'm like, what the heck is that? What is going on? There was never any notification sent out. So, I don't know. YouTube's like avoiding me or something. GGBL channel, GG9 channel. It's whatever. Thank you for being here, though. It's a drive out there to left, but it looks like it could be caught. Yep, just a little bit short.
The batter, number 12.
Portugal, the hand shrug. I don't know what that. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're doing. Can you guys hear me okay? Or am I sounding a little too distant? 0-2 just missed. Wow. Rico's like, is that high? Was it high? Okay. Just a little high? Just a little bit? Yeah. I should do, you know what? We need some John Boy analysis here. We need some John Boy lip reading analysis. So I'm curious, guys, what is your... This might be a little bit too forward-thinking, but what are you most excited for season number 5? Because it is a sim season. Just an FYI. So after this year, after when this Gold Series is all done, I'm going to contact you guys with your free agents and stuff like that, but most of the offseason is going to be sim. And then when we get into the regular season, that's also going to be sim. It's going to be a hard sim. I'll give you guys updates and stuff. It'll be like one video. We might even be able to do it live if you want to. But we're going to hard sim everything. We're going to do the playoffs in that video, everything. So that'll be season 5. So I'm just kind of gauging you guys and seeing kind of what you're most excited about to see through a sim season. Obviously, it's just to speed up the careers for some players. It's to speed up the progression for some of your custom players. It's just to kind of get a little bit further ahead in the league than we would if we were just playing it all out like we have done these last couple of seasons. So. Then when we get into Season 6, we'll have the Golden Globe Classic yet again to start us off, so it'll be kind of like the spring training. So that'll be fun. We'll do that in a live stream format again. Same teams. I think we'll do Team Europe. We'll do Pacifica. We just haven't gotten enough customs to make other teams. Like, you know, country specific, like Team Germany or Team Russia or something like that. So we'll stick with our setup here. Team Europe. Oh, Lobo ties it up. All the solo shots in the game tonight. Lobo's got one. Ruth has got one. Berger. Who else had one? Who had one for OKC? Four solo shots. Berger, okay. Right. I made the joke it's going to land in somebody's burger. In that little patio out there. Novocaine says off-season moves and storylines make me look forward to the season, so I'm not sure yet. Got it. Development of the feeder teams. So like Vancouver, Orlando, Miami, to a certain extent, Atlanta, etc. The feeder teams? Port has classified the teams that have never done anything as feeder teams. I mean, honestly though, like that's what they've been. I can't really harp on the classification there. That's what they've been. They haven't done anything. 4 seasons, they haven't done anything. They're irrelevant to me. Says Portugal. You have a point. Like some teams some franchises they just haven't done anything. Despite the talent that they do have, they haven't mustered up enough. So striking out Angelo Ruth, and we got a tie ball game now, guys. Lobo with the solo home run. Firebirds are back in it again, just trying to survive, trying to get this thing to a game 7. Sports game, Josh. I think I'm excited to see how it goes, especially with the playoff push, how that plays out. Okay. All right. So this is helpful because you know what it does for me. It helps me figure out what you guys really value the most when it comes to the overall league as it progresses through all these seasons. So what I'm seeing is like gameplay is fun, but the storylines probably mean the most, right? So if that's the case, if storylines mean the most, then that means you need to sim a lot more. Gameplay can create some storylines, but it's just one game. It's one game, not 162. You know? So I think once that's figured out, and I feel like you've kind of revealed that to me a little bit. Season 5 will be all simmed. We'll get some storylines built out in there. Get into Season 6, and I kind of like the speed that we went with this Season 4. And it was kind of out of necessity that we went that fast because there were so many weeks where I wasn't uploading GGBL. I was trying to grind out some of the existing content to get ready for College Football 25 and existing MLB 23 series with Sun Sox and Saucers. We had the MAC Team Builder Conference we had to get finished up. I had Lions trying to finish that up too. So there were 3 series that I was trying to get over with. They kind of led with the GGBL putting on the back burner. So, but basically that's just to say that what I'm hearing from you guys is that more sim gameplay for the most important things, creating a storyline, that's what's important. And I would agree with you. So we'll move at a faster pace. I kind of like the Season 4 pace. Do opening day games. Hard sim until the break. Get to the playoff push. And see how it goes from there. So I think that's a pretty good freaking forecast there. So basically, like, outside of opening day, basically like 3 episodes. Or 3 sections, if you will. Opening day, mid-season update, All-Stars, festivities, trade deadline, playoff push. So really the stuff in the middle doesn't matter as much, but opening day kind of sets the tone, and then the playoff push, kind of the shoulders of the season. Left and the right shoulder of the season. Opening day games, opening day festivities, playoff push. That stuff seems like it's, you know, more important. So we'll make more of a push here for season 6. That way, season 7, season 8 would be a sim season. Yeah, we'll get going faster. Gold Series gameplay is the best due to the stakes and Golden Globe Classic. Faster pace I like, says Josh. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good with faster pace then. The one thing I wish you could do, this would slow down our pace, but it would be kind of cool. Maybe like a little upload here and there, just to get like a minor league update. You know, like some of your custom players that are down in the minor leagues. Instead of having to sit there and scroll through every single minor league affiliate and find your guys and give you guys update that way, if we could just find a way to like get some minor league gameplay, be able to like create custom minor league teams, that would be cool too. But you can't do it. Minor league teams, you cannot create new ones. Another deep drive by Ruth. That one's deep, and that one's gone. Michael Ruth, 2 home runs. Manager is just absolutely beside himself. That is now 2 home runs for Phoenix that he has been visibly frustrated. Ruth's got two bombs, but that last one to Lobo, and now this one has got him shaking his head inside the dugout. Escobedo, 3 solo home runs tonight. See, now, there you go, Josh. That's a storyline right there. That's what makes this league so dang fun. Michael Ruth went from being the only one without a hit in the last game and struggling. He was hitting like, what was he hitting, like 105 or something? He was hitting under the Mendoza. He's hitting under 200. And now he's got 2 bombs. So that right there is that's a storyline. He might come through to just absolutely turn this entire thing around for Phoenix. He might turn around his play to help Phoenix clinch this thing. Five solo homers. Yeah, exactly. 5 solo homers between 2 teams. It's nuts.
Number 27, Avalo.
Oh, that's it. No
So Escobedo's got 2 outs here, bottom 5. Got to get the top of the order here. Avalos popped up. Trending foul, but, oh man, that was close. He could have If Berger let that fall, I don't really know if it would have been foul or it would have been fair, but either way, makes the catch, and it's all good. So another home run there for Michael Ruth. He's got 2 in the game. Is it possible that he could pull out a Reggie Jackson? Could he hit 3? Richmond's offense is mouthing at the possibility of versing these pitching staffs. What? That was a very hard sentence, Sport. That was a very difficult sentence for me. Richmond's offense is mouthing at the possibility of versing these pitching staffs. I know what you mean. I'm just messing with you. You mean like foaming at the bit? Foaming at the mouth? No? Foaming at the bit. That's not even a phrase. God, I can't find the word. Yes. They're foaming at the mouth. Which is kind of, it's actually kind of funny because it is, they're dogs. So you're saying like they have rabies? They're getting so excited they're foaming at the mouth. It's interesting. Of facing these pitching staffs, versing these pitching staffs. Oh man, that was tough. It was tough. It was, you know what, Port? It was unnecessary. Just kidding. All right, so Douglas Welburn, Dougie Welburn coming on. Got 2 quick outs, but only holding on to that 1-run lead. This half inning is almost over. What the? Yeah. Dougie, big boy, Welburn. Look at that big body. You know what's funny? His lower half doesn't look that big, but his top half is huge. I wonder if the good boys had their bad boys era in the GGBL. That's funny. That's funny. I could come up with some lore about that if you want. All right, so Karev draws a walk, and that's going to send Leroy up to the dish. Wouldn't this be interesting? It's all how it plays out. 2 quick outs. Inning is flying by. Wow, a pickoff that didn't work. When's the last time we saw that? But it's interesting, isn't it? The inning was flying by, then a walk, and now you get Mr. 53 home run hitter coming up to the plate. Could be a 2-run bomb. Take the lead for OKC. What happened then? Atworth under KJ, main influence now. Oh my God. Yeah, KJ was kind of an a-hole in that press conference that you guys never got to hear. If you're not inside the Discord, you never got to hear it. Fly ball, and he just missed it. Man, Leroy was looking to take the lead there with that swing. It was close. So now it is Mark LaPierre time. This man has a 0 in velocity. His rating is a 0 in velo. Oh, he's actually got 3. He's got 3. He had some progression. 3 on the velo, because all he can throw is a bunch of off-speed stuff. Knuckleballs, palm balls, fork balls, circle change, hitting 75 miles an hour. It looks like they're getting some other guys warmed up here. They don't even want to have LaPierre go a whole inning. They're like, if there's any trouble at all, he faces the 3 minimum, we got to get him out of here. Oh no, Portugal, no. I have something planned after the stream as well for KAJ. Don't you dare. He's gonna dunk on the haters, isn't he? He's gonna dunk on all the haters.
No batter number 6.
War Thunder says, I can imagine in the late 80s to early 90s the good boys were acting like the bad boy Pistons. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, the GGBL did not exist back that far. Let me go back and look and see what our first season was. I think it was like 2004. Is that what I said? Our first season was, yep, 2004. 2004 first season. The inaugural Gold Series was between the New York Pizzazz and the Carolina Blue Sox. And the Pizzazz won the first ever Gold Series. Then in 2005, we had Chicago versus Seattle. Chicago won that. 2006, we had the Good Boys versus the Cardinals. Richmond won that. 07, we had a rematch. Columbus and Good Boys. Columbus won that one. 08, Las Vegas, the Nuggets against the Blue Sox. Vegas won in 2008. Look at him go! Look at this man go! He's stupid. He's stupid. 8 home runs for Kevin Stoitz. Dude, he's ridiculous. Yes, there you go, Josh. He's ridiculous. I'm going to steal your line, though. He's inevitable, man. He is inevitable. Boom. Goodbye. He just flew. What did you think was going to happen, LaPierre? That is not the dude. That is not the dude that I want to be floating a pitch up there like that. What did he throw? Was it a knuckleball? Oh, look at the grip. It was a knuckleball. Wasn't it? No. What was it? Was it his fastball? He's got a little three prong. I wonder if it was a circle. Was it a circle changeup? Ooh, it was a changeup. Woo! No, it was a knuckleball. It didn't move. It didn't spin. He threw a knuckleball up to him. Woo! Goodbye. Oh my god. This is why I love gameplay, says Nova.
Yeah. 0-1's the count.
Yeah, because you constantly see guys like Stoitz create that storyline, man. He's insane. You can't stop him. 6 solo home runs now in the game. Man's incredible. Stoitz is twisting the knife on the Cyclones. Yeah, the crazy thing is they're still not out of it. Cyclones can still win this thing. Oh, base hit there for Lobo, number 2. Out of the ball game there.
Now batting, right fielder, Angelo Ruth. Now batting, the designated hitter, Diego Jimenez.
Yeah, you're out.
Ruth going for his third. Never mind, wrong Ruth. Forgot they traded for number. Yeah, they got 2. Yep. Okay, so you really going to lose this series? Well, you know, if it goes to Game 7, you still got a shot. So don't count yourself out of there. You know, you did have to go against Rico. He held you down a little bit. And you guys aren't out of this, man. It's only 2 runs. You guys are not out of this at all. Like, they're putting actually some good swings on Lederman right here. Surprised that he's actually still in the game. Now you got to walk. Berger comes up. He's already got a solo shot. He's 6 for 18. That makes him 300? 333? Hold on. 6 for 18. This should be 300. 333. Math. Been out of it for too long. Who does Josh go for in the case of OKC versus Richmond? Dude, that's a very good question. Does he root for Catfish? Or does he root for Berger? What's his pick? I think, you know what? I think Sports Game Josh. I think he would go with Richmond. That's my bet. I think he goes with Richmond just because of our struggles. That's my guess. I think he goes Richmond just because of our story. I think he likes the story. Plus Berger gets a ring. Like, that's a good storyline. But OKC, they may never get back here. You know, they had to really scratch and claw and grind to get to this spot. So that could be another way that he goes. But Berger is safe somehow. Lobo actually got that tossed over there pretty quickly, but Portugal says, I mean, I was going for Richmond over Seattle. Well, you kind of have to, don't you? Your players over on Richmond now. You go for player over team, don't you? You saw that hamburger. Oh, they're going here. Chuck Storm with the throw down. He's got him. Goodbye, Han Berger. I don't know if I really like that one for OKC.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Even if Berger was safe, I don't think that I would like the risk. Right there. D-Will is just sitting at home. But look at his brother. His brother, War Thunder, is on the team. Sam Wilson. Is that his brother or is that his cousin? I forget the story.
That's in. Ball 2.
Either way, we do have a Wilson in the organization. Darius, he wanted out.
3.
Richmond for a couple reasons. Berger, no accolades. Only of my main 3 with that one. Richmond struggles. 3, screw Dalton and his million guys at OKC. Yes. Yes. All right, so go Richmond then, right?
All 1's the count.
catcher, shut, score. He's going.
You're out. Got it.
Now
Wow. So it took one little small break and we got a double play. I'm trying to find where you said the evil laugh, says Portugal. I don't remember where that is.
Nope, that's the ball.
Oh. That. Yeah, I hear it now. Gotcha. When you read out the Dewo comment? Yeah.
2-1.
Rico says hello. Rico, your boys. Hannibal. I don't know if I want to spoil it for you. I don't know if I want to spoil it.
Hey.
But you're kind of already being spoiled now, isn't it? Aren't you? It's 4-2. Let me know here in the live chat if you want me to spoil it. Otherwise, you can, of course, head on back and take a look at some of those highlights. Yep, I see the score. Okay. Hannibal Lobo hit a home run. He also had a dive in the top of the first inning.
your attention, please.
He had a dive to start a double play in the top of the first inning, and it was a clutch spot because if they didn't turn that run was scoring. I think it was runners on the corners with one out. So he made an incredible play to start a double play. Then he hit a home run in the next few innings after that. Michael Ruth has hit 2 home runs, 2 solo shots. Stoitz had another home run. And then Ken Jordan's got a home run. Ken Jordan's got a home run. It's 4-3 now. 440. Oof, he belted that one. Man, dude. Jim Park. Jim Park is going out of the park. Laugh my ass off. Laugh my ass off. Another solo shot. We have 7 solo home runs tonight in this game. 1 for 16, and he hits that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little goofy. But Rico gave up 2 solo home runs to Berger and Erker early in the game. He pretty much quieted it down, calmed it down. I think he only went 5 innings. Might have only went 4 innings. I'm not sure. Could have been 4 or 5. Either way, he didn't get to 6. And here we are. So, top of the 8th. Clayton's hitting in the number 9 hole. That's very interesting. That's a base hit. They got to get somebody else going, man. They can't lose this. If you are a Phoenix fan, as Rico definitely is, or anybody out there rooting for Phoenix, you have to be rooting for them to get somebody else out on the mound right here. You got 1, 2, 3 coming up, and you've already given up a solo shot. Now you've given up a base hit. I don't think Jim Park is really caught up. He's not built for this. Rico says both teams have big-time hitters. Yes, they do. Tough teams here. Trying to lay down a bunt. He will get it down. They will end up flipping over to first base. So Erker does get the job done. Down by a run here. They've only got 5 outs left to try to get that 1 run. So it is now up to Brandon Catfish. The pickoff move there. Almost got him there on the shoulder. Sports Gamer Josh, come on. OKC, this is the chance. Catfish line drive. It'll be caught. Woof. Avalos had a great break on the ball. As an outfielder, that's always tough. Very, very tough. With a ball that's hit that hard, you pretty much have to make the right read right off the bat. Because sometimes those balls that get hit that hard, they're actually carrying. And they carry over your head. If you come in and you're wrong, you're beat deep. But you also want to get a little bit of a head start, a little jump. If in case you have to dive, you want to be able to take that hit away. This is a good read. Good read by Avalos. So now you got Karev to deal with here. Popped it up. Lobo hustling. That cannot get there. The 0-2 to Karev. Just missed. He just missed. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. Oh no. He hit him and it looked like he could have made a swing. He looked like he offered at it. But now you get Braden Leroy, base hit, rounding third, headed for home. Here comes the throw from Avalos, and it is not in time. The game is tied. Braden Leroy with the single up the middle. I just look at Jim Park as probably not the right guy to throw him out here. You've got options. If you're Phoenix, you've got options, man. They should have went elsewhere after that spot. You got to get somebody that you really, really trust against Leroy. He's such a clutch hitter. So top 8, tie ball game. Throw up the base it up the middle. No, great play by Colton Cannon. That's an unbelievable play right there, guys. If that gets through, it scores a run. And now you're headed into the bottom of the 8th. Having blown the lead, and now you're losing. It's a great play by Colton Cannon just to keep this thing tied up. But for OKC, you do get the heart of the order here for Phoenix. 2, 3, 4. So Dennison, you got to know your job right here. You have to get on. You got to give your big boppers a chance to drive you in. Namely, you got to get Kevin Stoich a shot. That's where this really kind of where the rubber meets the road. You got Cannon on deck, pretty good hitter. Dennison swinging on 3-0. Oof. Swinging on 3-0, dude. He gets a base hit here. Okay, he did his job. He's going to get on for Colton Cannon. Let's see what Cannon's going to draw up. Honestly, for Colton, he hits the ball on the ground quite a bit. You could get a double play right here. 5 for 24 there for Cannon. That is good for a 208 batting average. Be taken off here, stolen base for Dennison. Not even really a close play at second. So you do stay out of the double play. I guess Phoenix knew that Cannon does like to hit the ball on the ground. Get out of the double play spot. They're going to take off. Dennison hustling to third, but he's gunned out at third base. Dude, you can't do that. You've got such a huge lead, but he had a late break. Oh, no. And it really wasn't that close. You're already in scoring position, man. Oh, man. That's going to come back to haunt them. I can just feel it. Oh. So now Cannon, he's got a job to do. You can't swing at a pitch out of the zone. You got to take a walk here. You got to take a walk. You got to get on somehow, some way. And there he goes, striking him out. So now, instead of 1 out and somebody in scoring position for your best hitter in Kevin Stoits, we have nobody on base with 2 outs with your best hitter.
Ball one. Ball one.
So now the situation is, if you're Oklahoma City, you don't have to pitch to Kevin Stoits. You can kind of work around him. You don't have to even give him a strike. You don't have to do it. You can get the other guys out. 5, 6, 7, you can do that. Because you don't want that to happen. Deep drive to right center field. That ball is way gone. Kevin Stoits, his 9th home run of the postseason. 2nd of the game. The big fly. Putting Phoenix on top. He delivers for his teammates. For my boy, says Rico. Unbelievable. This guy is just unreal. I've never seen a player as clutch as this guy is, man. Rashad says, God damn. Dude, he's nuts, man. I've never seen it. Never seen somebody so freaking good. Kevin Stoits, man. If there's somebody that you need to hit a home run to save your life, real life, I'm taking Aaron Judge. I'm taking Shohei Ohtani. Somebody like that. If I need a home run in gameplay for GGBL, I'm taking Kevin Stoits. Holy crap, man. I mean, think about that, though. Think if Dennison doesn't screw up on the base paths. Think if he stays at second. You now have a 2-run bomb. Instead of all this, 1-run game. I mean, that's absolutely huge, because now we get this. We get this guy. Damian Smooth, 4.1, 4 1/3, with over an 8 ERA. So now he's tasked to not blow the save like he did in the last game. With a 1-run lead. 8 solo home runs. So Smooth's task right here. Lock it down. 6, 7, 8 for OKC, and you can push it to a Game 7 at home. And then, of course, we've got Rico here, who technically is like the Phoenix CEO, if you will, the president of the baseball operations. I got to ask him, who does he want to start here? Because you got a couple options for Game 7. But what's in front of us here is this game is not over. We saw Smooth struggle in the last game. It looks like he's kind of struggling right now. Got him. Slider's going to get Berger. He's got Cozart, and then Ken Jordan, and then DeAndre Clayton. Both guys at 8 and 9, hitting underneath 200. So it's definitely possible that Smooth can get out of this with a save. But you got to hit the strike zone. That will help. Line drive, Avalos tracking it, headed back, making the catch. 1 out away from Game 7, everybody. And you got Ken Jordan, who was 1 for 16 before hitting that solo home run tonight. Can he step up in another big way here for the Cyclones?
1-0.
That is a line drive base hit. It will be extra bases. Jordan rounding second, or rounded first, headed for second. He will stroll in with a 2-out double. And that will give DeAndre Clayton a chance to tie the game up. Or take the lead. Here comes Avalos. He's not going to catch it. It'll drop. The run will score. It is 5-5. The throw coming down, and Clayton is safe. He got super aggressive there to get to second base. Churning and burning right out of the box. Clayton safe at second base, and now we get the top of the order. Smoove has blown 2 straight saves. It's now 5-5. Erker comes up to the dish, and now he's got a 1-0 count. Oh my goodness. What is happening in this series? Erker lays off of this one now again, and Smoove is just... I mean, at this point, you're looking around, you're starting to doubt yourself a little bit, don't you think? He's like, am I even cut out for this? The 2-0. Erker takes that one. Little curveball, 81. Not a ton of break on that. 2-1 here to Erker. Fires a fastball. Probably wasn't looking for that. You don't want to give your at-bat away. You're not looking for it, don't swing at it. The 2-2 misses. Good eye there by Erker. Catfish is on deck. The battle right now, Smoove versus Erker. Full count pitch. That is a foul ball that Erker put a big charge into that one. We'll see if he stays alive here on a 3-2 yet again. Foul ball. 95. Smoove is kind of working the top of the zone here on Erker. Let's see if he kind of makes him go down low. Try to fish. No, he stays right down the middle, and he blows a fastball right by him. But OKC ties the game up. They're not dead. But we've got Ruth, Jimenez, and Ruth coming up in the bottom of the ninth. And if this series has been any indication about how this is going to end, it will be dramatic. Every game in this series, we talked about it at the very beginning, every game in this series has been decided by 1 run, except for game number 4. Game 4 was 2 runs. 8-6 final. OKC wins in that gameplay highlight reel. But Berger's got this one caught. Little excuse me swing by Ruth.
Now the designated hitter, Diego.
So this series is getting crazy.
1-0.
I could definitely see a walk-off here for Phoenix. And how many home runs have we had? That would have been 8 solo home runs I think we have right now. Yeah, 8 solo home runs. We could have 9 solo home runs here if somebody wins it on a walk-off. But Bart's got Jimenez down 2 strikes. 1-2. That's a deep drive to right field. My goodness, put a charge into it too. Straighten that thing out. Jimenez hits a bomb. 1-2's going to miss. Little curve. 2-2 from Bart to Jimenez. A ground ball. Hard hit, but Dixon is there, and that'll be out number 2. So it'll be up to the number 8 hole hitter, Michael Ruth. He's got 2 home runs and a single. 3 for 3 today. Remember what I said earlier. Can he channel a Reggie Jackson? 3 bombs? Could we see it? Could we see a 3 home run game from one of our GGBL custom players, Michael Ruth? He was shooting for it. The tension is building, says Portugal. This would be an insane story if he hits a 3rd. 0-2. Takes the slider. I think it might be right here. I think he's going to do it right here. Oh, man. Foul ball. He keeps trying to throw him that little off speed, that breaking ball. Might throw him again here. Yep, there it is. Little slider. The 2-2 to Ruth. Oh, he almost offered at it completely. He's got it up to full. It's a full count. Chuck Storm on deck. 3-2 pitch. That's a ground ball. Softly hit. Clayton will manage it. And that'll be the end of the 9th inning. So no walk-off here in the 9th inning. We got extras. 5 runs for each team. 10 hits for each team. It's dead even. It is dead even. So extra baseball. OKC has battled. And they finish it off in Game 6. But will Phoenix survive and force a Game 7? We are already an hour and 16 minutes into this. Aren't you guys glad that I started early tonight? Think if I would have started at 9 o'clock on the dot, it would have been 10. Would have been about 10:15 if I started at 9 o'clock. So I'm glad that we started at like 8:30, 8:30ish. Because it feels like, I mean, hey, Phoenix goes to Game 7, we might get another classic, you know? So they got Kirkland warming up in the pen, probably a good idea. Get another starting pitcher going here. Mike Trainer, I don't have a lot of faith in Mike Trainer either. One to Karev, we go foul. Man, that last inning, that 9th inning was kind of crazy.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's kind of calmed down though now. But that was nuts. Stoitz hits a home run to take the lead. Clayton, well, yeah, Clayton hits the RBI double, gets in there safely. Jordan, who's 1 for 16, he's got 2 extra base hits tonight. Man, Karev is just really fighting. Got it. Hitting 95 on the gun. But you like the matchup here, lefty-righty. You just really don't want to be in the position, if you're Phoenix right here, you don't want to be in the position of losing going into this bottom half. It just puts way too much pressure on you. So, not allowing a home run right here is so key. 3-1 pitch. What are you going to drop right here? Leroy can just sit back and wait for his. Okay, he didn't want that one. Do you go back there? Looks like they're going to try to. Low and away. Ooh, a slider that leaked out down the middle. Full count yet again. They're going to try to challenge him. He got him. Wow. They set up a little bit inside. Maybe wanted to challenge him right down the middle. The Trainer hit me outside zone. Going to get the K. So we will now go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Chuck Storm steps up. He's the number 9 hole hitter. He has powered up a little bit here in this playoff. So we'll see if Mr. Chuck Storm can battle against the left-handed pitcher, Jamie Gonzalez, and send Phoenix to a Game 7. Rico says he's sweating. I would be too. I would be too. There's a lot riding on this. Ground ball, Leroy. Got it. Easy throw. But they'll turn it over here to the top of the order. We've got Avalos and Dennison. You got to get to Kevin Stoitz. Like, that's who you want up in this spot. But you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stoitz is actually in the 4 hole. So basically, you need bases loaded. Or somebody gets out, like Avalos could get out here, and then you need 2 runners on. The only way if Stoitz is getting up is if at least 2 runners are on. But that's got to happen here really quick because now you've got Dennison and Cannon that have to extend this inning out. Either way, no matter what, you don't win this right now, you're going to get Stoitz up there in the bottom of the 11th. Oh, Dennison! They don't need Kevin Stoitz. They got Marty Dennison. Solo shot. The man that faced so much criticism in the papers, in the media, all over GGBL News. All the errors. Earlier in this postseason, earlier in this ALCS, all the errors, and he comes through with the walk-off to send it to a Game 7. He proved the haters wrong, says War Thunder. Yes, he did. He didn't get a pitch to miss right there. Boom. He got all of it. He got every bit of that baseball. Into the night. Did he hit the second level? Oh my goodness, that was a shot. That was an absolute missile. We will have a Game 7. And it will probably set up to be another classic game. Another game where it's a 1-run difference. Novocaine says this series is amazing. It's nuts, man. It's been crazy. That would be 9. Thank you, Portugal, for the stat right there for me to easily look at it and read it. 9 solo shots in this game. That is nuts. Urker had a solo home run. You had Berger with a solo home run. You had Jordan with a solo home run. Couple doubles, Jordan and Clayton, but I mean, OKC, they powered up. They did what they had to do. Escobedo was fine. 7 strikeouts. Nobody walked. Look at that. No Firebird walked today. So their game plan was, we don't want to be patient. We want to be aggressive. We want to get after it. They're going to throw a lot of strikes. We need to get after it. But Escobedo did give up the 3 runs. And then on the other side, Dennison's up to 255 now. He went 3 for 5 today. He's kind of the unsung hero of the offense, honestly. Getting on base, working the pitcher, right? Stoitz, 2 home runs. Lobo, Ruth had 2, and Dennison. So they had 4, 5, 6 home runs. 6 solo home runs. It was all of Phoenix's offense was the long ball. So, yeah, they're going to need to have that happen in Game 7, I think, if they want to win this thing. Because it sounds like Carson Silva is going to be the starter here for Game number 7. And he strikes out a lot of hitters. So they gotta tone it back a little bit. So you gotta wonder if the aggressiveness in this game against Escobedo might come back to haunt him here for Game 7 with Silva throwing a lot of junk. You know, he's gonna get these guys out in front. He's gonna be moving the ball around, breaking it off the plate. He's gonna be tough. But Rico Ramos did his job. 6 strikeouts, no walks, 2 earned runs, 5 hits in 5 innings. Bullpen was pretty decent there for Phoenix. I'm not going to give them a bunch of praise because they had an opportunity to shut the game down a couple times, and they just didn't do it. So that's going to be, of course, a cause for concern going into this next game here. So I will make the switch here, and then we'll take a look and see the stamina rating for both these guys. Like I think for let's just take a look. No, we don't want Slater. We don't want Slater in there. We want Sova. We want like Cedeno in there. We want Hammer in here. You know, that kind of setup there. Let's see what we got. Nope, Slater is still the starter. Let's see what do we got here. Okay, so Sova and Clark. Let's just see real quick. No. Jeez. So you do need at least one person in here. Let's put Cedeno back over there then. Actually, put Hammer. He sucks. Let's put Hammer over there. Oops. Hammer's right there. All right, let's take a look. So what do we got? We've got an OKC fan in Sports Gaming Josh, and we got, for Phoenix, we got Rico. So if you take a look, Sova is probably my guy. You've got Escobedo started the last game. You got Cedeno as an option, but he has not pitched in the postseason, and he hasn't been very good. Slater's about 50%. So that's what you got to work with. I think you probably go with Sova. He's ready to go. He's ready to rock and roll. You even could put Slater in the bullpen. So you got some options right there. That'd probably be my move, but you even could put Sova in the bullpen too. That's an option. They might even go with Sova because he's a better overall rating. So I'd like to know what you guys want to do. You know, do you want to go with Slater here? Do you want to go with Sova? Either way, I'm going to put the other guy in the bullpen for you. And then for Phoenix, we got a tough call to make for Phoenix, but that's what you get for being down 3-1. You've got Spencer Clark, who's about 3/4 of the way healthy. You're not starting Matt Meyer. This is not going to happen. Nakamura's about 50%. Melendez, he's got 76 stamina, but you know the numbers there on the per 9 basis not very good. Kirkland might be an okay bet here, but he doesn't have an off-speed pitch, so that's kind of concerning. Welburn just pitched the other day, the last game that we saw. So I mean, it really is an extremely tough call here. Carlisle's got some starter experience. He's got 57 stamina there. Maybe Welburn. Maybe it's Welburn. I don't know. We've seen him in the postseason thus far. He's got a decent ERA, but yeah, I don't know where you go with this. I really don't. I think it might have to be Spencer Clark, the youngster. He might have to pull off like a Rick Porcello here, honestly. Have to fire Smoove as the closer. So let me read the chat here. Let me see what you guys are saying. Sova has been phenomenal. You got to trust him to at least keep it in reach. Plus, he's fully ready, and Slater isn't fully ready. Okay, so I'm going to keep it that way then. And then I will put Slater in here for Cedeno. Maybe we'll put Cedeno in here for like Jim Bart, for example, right? So I want to do you guys right. I want to put the best guys in the best spot for you, okay? So I think we got OKC all set up with the pen. I got the worst guys over here, so they cannot get into the ball game. Let's see. What do we want for Phoenix now? Kirkland to the closer role. Okay. Kirkland to the closer's role. Smoove has been relegated. And so that's who you want to go with then, huh? You want to go with Spencer Clark? I think you got to get Nakamura in here. And let's put... You want to put Smoove over here? Like, is he just done for you? Is he just done? You don't even want to use him? Like, the guy did have 42 saves this season. He did have 42 saves. He's just hitting a little bit of a rough patch. Maybe it's Jim Park that has to go bye-bye. What do you want to do here, Rico? Novocaine, was this our first time witnessing a game? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we've had. I'll put Melendez up here. Or Melendez could come in for. Oh, but Carlisle's been pretty good. I don't know. But again, I want to do you guys right here. What's your setup here? Who do you want? Do you want Melendez in the pen? If you want Melendez in the pen, I got to know who to replace him with. So let me know. But Nova, I don't think I think we have seen a 3-1 deficit be come back from. Wasn't Richmond down 3-1 at one point? Weren't they down 3-1 to Columbus and they came back? It's really hard with all the games that we've done. It's really hard to remember all that stuff. I wish I could remember it, but all right. So just waiting on Rico here to give me the specs. What do we want? If you want Melendez in the pen, I have to, because it's not going to let me do a 3-man. It's going to say that it's not going to let me advance. Sequestral, a stream I'm actually awake for. Well, welcome, sir. Sequestral is in the house. Just in time for Game 7, says Josh. Yes. It'll be fun. But we're just waiting on Rico. We're waiting on Rico for the specifications here on the bullpen. And if he does not respond in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to just go ahead and advance. Because remove Park. Okay. Jim Park is a goner. All right. Okay. Maybe we put Wellburn in as a setup man. That way, so basically what they'll do is that they can use Nakamura in the long relief, because you know that they're gonna want to remove Clark at some point. So maybe it's Nakamura that they get going. Then if they get in a jam, they might do a lefty-lefty thing with Smoove, and then if they need a setup guy, they got Wellburn, and then you got Kirkland to close. So that's a pretty good setup there. So what do we got here for? So LaPierre, I'd probably move to like middle. Keep Connor Slater. Keep Slater as a long relief option. And then LaPierre as a middle. Should put Dixon as a middle as well. So, okay. Okay. Here we go. Sova against Spencer Clark. So the two young bucks, Clark and Sova. Let's just take one real quick look here at Spencer Clark's numbers. He's got a 3.27 ERA in the postseason. More strikeouts than innings pitched. He's had some nice progression. He went 10-12 this year with a 5.73. And a 5.64 last season. So he's got some ERA problems. Carson Silva has been amazing. 28 strikeouts in 19 1/3. .47 and .52. He has been absolutely phenomenal. And his progression is amazing. He's 6'8". I didn't realize he was that tall. He went 10-6 this season. He was not a starter. It was not a starter, but look at the strikeouts to walks. 214 strikeouts as a relief pitcher. So yeah, he's pretty darn good, man. He's pretty darn good, especially with that K/9 is a 78. He strikes out a ton of batters. So that's your matchup here for game number 7. Sova against Clark, the two youngsters. Sliders are good. And let's just see real quick the audio. Crowd volume has got to go down just a little bit more. And we are ready to go, guys. So Game 7, here we go. No changes to the lineup. We are ready to rock and roll. No quick counts. Here we go. Game 7 to decide who gets to play Richmond for the Season 4 Gold Series. And we'll just go ahead and skip this up because we want to get straight into the gameplay here. We've already done our preview. We know what the situation is. We understand. So the first inning, man, first inning is absolutely huge. It's crucial. It sets the tone of the ball game here. Let's see how youngster Spencer Clark manages this first top 3 of the order here. We know that he has struggled with control. We know he's struggled with managing the running game. And that's what Oklahoma City, they like to do. They like to run.
Yep. 0-2.
Now, this is a guy, Spencer Clark. Oof. Blowing the four-seam fastball right by Brady Erker. That's a good first strikeout. First K here. I was just, Rico, you read my mind. I was just going to let you know who it was. Spencer Clark is, this is a guy, let's see what I was going to say. He is Chiefy's player. He actually has named this guy after Caitlin Clark. So we got Spencer Clark. I don't know where Spencer comes from. Maybe it's another Iowa Hawkeye reference. But that's really what that was all about. Catfish here with a line drive double here. He has been really good in the last couple of games here in gameplay. It's a one-out double, but nothing hurt. Nothing hurt. But Chiefy is a Iowa fan. I'm not going to call him a fanboy, but he is a Iowa fan. I think he's either from there. I'm not sure. But that's why he likes the Chicago Cubs. Because they have the minor league affiliate there for the Iowa Cubs. Ground ball, Lobo's got it. Hard throw back over to first with a nice, that's a very nice play right there. Down the line, that's definitely scoring the speedy Catfish. So this right here will be a tough test. I think he might have to face Leroy maybe 2 or 3 times through the order. It's definitely going to be a matchup to watch out for. Leroy against Clark. Is he going to feast on the youngster or not?
That's the ball.
So I would, personally, I would really like to see Spencer Clark turn in a really good outing here tonight. That'd be really good for one of our patrons there, Chiefy. Shout out to him. Chiefy actually did a lot of work here for the fantasy game when that was live and going strong. Helping make all those spreadsheets. Got him. Little change. Nice little change of pace right there against Leroy. Clark sets it down. Had to face 4 batters, but he did get the 3 outs, and that's what they needed right there. Big, big game for the youngster. Now on the other side, you got Carson Silva. We know his story. 19 1/3, sub 1 whip, sub .5 ERA through 3 starts. 28 Ks, 5 walks. And I don't know if it's his size that gets people to strike out from him so much. I guess when you're coming downhill like that, definitely makes it tough.
No.
0-2 here to Avalos, going to miss high. Oh, the strikeout. Dude, he's just nuts. He's just nuts. That's one lanky SOB, says Port. Did you see the other episode there, Port? Have you, or are you just kind of
Yeah.
catching up a little bit? Hopped in last night, maybe. I don't know. He is tall, he is lanky, and he is stingy. Catching up a little bit, yeah.
Ball. No. Ball 2. No. Full count. Ball 4.
Batting third. The shortstop. Goldglover. Kenneth.
Down.
Steal.
Ball.
All right, my bad. Back here for a second. All right, 2-0 pitch.
Strike.
Colton Hannon draws. No, does not draw a walk.
2-1.
Missed the count here. 2-1. Takes the pitch down the middle. LOL. Rico. What happened with Rico?
No. Inside.
Marty Big Fly. Marty Big Fly. Marty Big Fly. That's funny. That's funny. All right, so Dennison's got way. Whoa, get back, man, get back. Oh, they threw it away? Jeez, dude. Okay, see, what are we doing here? What are we doing? All right, here's Kevin Stoitz, man, on second. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You can't do something silly on the base paths. Give this man a chance.
Ahoy.
You know what? I like that. I like that, guys. That'll be known in Phoenix history as the Marty Big Fly. Oh, did he do it again? He did it again! No, this man is insane. 10 home runs. You cannot pitch to him. 10 home runs in the postseason. We haven't even gotten into the Gold Series yet. He's got potentially 7 more games. This is insanity. Home run machine. If Phoenix advances, says Josh, he's going to be so mad. Down 3-1. The comeback is on. Dude, that is absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like it. We saw him break out in the Golden Glove Classic about 2 years ago. Yeah, man, he's constant. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I said in the other stream, Port. I was like, why can guys like KJ or Ricky Holdren, those guys are sim monsters, but when it comes to gameplay, they do nothing. Nothing. They actually, I think if we looked and we compared
Ball 2.
And after this stream, I will compare for you guys. I'll do it live. I think that Stoitz has worse attributes than KAJ or Ricky Holberman. I honestly believe that. If I'm remembering his setup, his attributes, I think that they've got better stats. But for some reason,
No.
there's other players that do better in gameplay. I don't know. There's players that do well in sim. There's players that do well in game. It's a little weird to me. It's a little strange. Stoitz, the gameplay god, says Nova. This is the year he's carrying the Firebirds on his back. That's a line drive base hit there for Dixon. Top 2. So it's, you know what? The first inning was very important for Spencer Clark just to get the kind of the jitters out, to get in the feel of the game here a little bit. But this is also an important inning to kind of shut the other team down. Make them feel like they're back on their heels a little bit. Don't allow them to get a response to the Stoitz 2-run homer. You got to make them feel like they're in an uphill battle. 10 home runs, 20 RBIs. Stoitz could pass Randy Arozarena in home runs in the postseason. How many did he have? What did he have? Like, did he have 11? 12?
Ball 1.
Why does number 13 come to mind?
2 strikes.
He's on their Stoitz. He's on. No! Berger! Spencer Clark gives up the 2-run homer. And he's staring him down. Oh, look at that. He's staring him down. Oh, Clark's not happy. Clark is not happy. Berger's got the 2-run bomb. I say, you know what? I say no, Berger, because I thought he pulled it foul. Like right there, I thought he pulled it foul, but that's just his home run. Selly. So we got 2 of the big mashers right here. Look at Spencer Clark after he gives up this bomb. Watch him. Watch him right here. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then he's looking right in line with Berger the whole way. Yeah. So maybe we wait. Maybe we see what happens. We see what happens when he comes back up. Berger, you are not Bryce Harper, says Wolfhunter.
1-0.
Novocaine says, we do need an attribute breakdown of Stoitz for sure. We don't know if we'll ever witness a performance like this in the postseason again. I just want to... There's just some things like, I want to know how the game works. You know what I mean? I just want to know how the game works.
1 strike.
Because the more that I know how the game works,
Ball.
the better I can help you guys when you create your custom players. Because the show is kind of a hard game to
Full count.
predict. You need a lot of games simulated to get it figured out. Like, why do the pitchers suck in simulation? Why are their numbers always inflated? What goes into being a good pitcher? What goes into being a bad pitcher? What attributes mean more or mean less to a player's performance? We figured it out that in game, velo, control, and break, those are the things that matter. In simulation, the per nines, those matter. But when it comes to hitters, I feel like a lot of it is some things that the devs never tell you about. Hot and cold zones, batting stances, hitter tendencies.
Ball 2.
Are they a pull hitter? Are they a whole field hitter? Sometimes I feel like it's batting stance. A guy like Stoitz, who's got that really open batting stance, he's almost impossible to pitch to. You pitch him outside, he can just take a longer leap towards the outside corner. Pitch him inside, he can absolutely turn on a pitch. Because, like, again, I just look at Lederman's stats. He wins an MVP. KJ wins an MVP last year. Ricky wins one this year. But in game, they never do anything. We've watched a lot of Richmond baseball. We've watched a lot of Seattle baseball. And you guys have known it with your custom players, too. There's just some players that don't do anything. And there's some players that do everything. Stoitz is one of those guys. So I got to figure out a little case study here too. You know what I might do
Ball 3.
when we're getting ready to get into season 5? I might change people's batting stances to Kevin Stoitz's batting stance and just see if they have the same success. just to see if it's batting stance related or not, which would be kind of funny if it is, because there's so many stances. At that point, kind of just got to luck into the production, I guess. Oh, he's got this batting stance, he's amazing. Oh, he's got this batting stance, he sucks, right? Oh, there's a deep drive there for Brady Urquhart. Could score a run here potentially. Colton Cannon's got to throw to home, and he got him gunned out for out number 3. Clayton was a little aggressive there. The throw from Ruth was right on the money. Cannon kind of double clutched right there. Looked like he didn't believe what he saw. But a good gun from the relay. Yeah, so there's another one, Rico. So for pitchers, they've got the good attributes, but depending on that pitch mix, they could suck or they could do really well. Like, look at Carson Sova. He comes through in gameplay constantly. He's really, like, his attributes, like, what is he? He's an 80 overall pitcher, but his pitch repertoire, it works. You know, he's got the right mix. He's got the right balance. Rico Ramos Jr., he was throwing 2-seamers. He didn't have a lot of break on the 2-seamer. He now has got a 4-seam fastball, and now he's turned it around. So, yep, we changed Rico's fastball.
Ball, no. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Josh says, I think I'm going to change Adams' stance to see if it helps him. I do. I think there's something to do with it. Maybe even like the swing type too. Like, you notice how some guys have like the two-handed swing, one-handed follow through, that type of thing. I think it's got something to do with it. But these are all things like are hidden under the hood that the devs never tell you about. They just kind of, they have it in the game and you don't even know. You don't even know. You would have to sit here and test these things out over and over and over and over again to figure it out. It's all just kind of a big secret. I feel like. Plus, the stance didn't really look like his style. Alex Dickerson just didn't seem to fit. Try a different style. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys can. All you got to do is DM me. And, we'll fire this thing up, and I'll either get on a call with you, or I will send you a screenshot of what we're looking at. Michael Ruth, another home run. This ballpark, I think we might need to move the fences back. But you know what? That's a home run anywhere. 438 feet. Ruth has got 3 home runs in 2 games. Phoenix got the lead. Sova has been figured out, it seems like. But I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. This is a long game. We've got our third out right there off the bat of Chuck Storm, and you know, this game is not over. We're going to the top of the third with 2, 3, and 4 headed to the plates. This is one of the best series in GGBL history. You know what, though? You know what, War Thunder? I would agree with you, but I would also say, just to add to the conversation, I think there's been a lot of series in the playoffs that have been really, really fun. You know? You're right. This is one, if not the best. But there's been a lot of good ones, man. There's been a lot of good ones. But I've seen so much of it, sometimes I forget. So that's why it's really helpful when you guys like recall some of this stuff. Like, well, you remember when that happened with Colorado and Richmond or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
That's a foul ball.
I'm like, yeah, I remember. We need the top 10. Yeah. We do. I need basically I need to go back. I need to go back through and then come up with a GGBL top 10 moments or something. That's a lot of footage to sift through, though. AL West rivalry fueled more by being in the ALCS and even more with it being Game 7, says Josh. Like that opening day, Navarre blowing the save is almost symbolic to what was to come. Yeah, dude, like seriously. We get the opening day matchup, Colorado, Richmond. And then he comes in and didn't he? Who blew the no-hitter? Was it Navarre? Did Navarre blow the no-no? I feel like it was somebody else. But Neptune St. Clair, I think he broke up the no-no. It was like a team no-no. Ricky winning it in the... Oh, yeah. Ricky winning the Golden Globe Classic is probably the number one. Yep. That was... The Golden Globe Classic was really fun. That was really dramatic. The entire series was great. But yeah, the captain walking it off was fun. You know what? A lot of people in the media, they looked at that moment. We got a base hit here. OKC looks to tie it. That'll definitely get the job done. It is now 3-3. So it seems like whenever Phoenix takes the lead, Oklahoma City takes it right back. Karev comes through with a nobody out double. Yeah. War Thunder says, I remember when Team America was on fraud watch during the GGC. They really were. It's like every single game they were so slow to start. Yep, the steal was pretty big. Made it easy to score with his speed. Honestly, I think, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but I feel like he would score. He would definitely have scored first. They were really slow getting that at the wall. Catfish he's got wheels. The boy's got wheels for sure. Josh Adams is the best defensive sub of all time. That, you know what? Didn't he make an amazing play too towards the end of that game? Dude, I gotta go back and watch that stuff. I really do. It was such a fun time. Oh no, Spencer Clark, you're blowing it here, bud. You're blowing it. You got to get it together. Is he rattled? We'll figure this out. Is he rattled or not? Oh, just missed. Good take there by Leroy. You know, honestly, with Phoenix, with as much help you have in the bullpen, I wouldn't let this thing get out of control. Like, for Clark to give you 3 innings, honestly, that's almost my max. What I would do if I was in charge, I'd take him out after 3. The young guy came in, did a job. There's a base hit here. Another run for OKC is 4-3. Ruth firing into third base. Good throw, but again, like, you look at this situation, nobody down, base hit after base hit after base hit. I think it's pretty safe to say they're getting him figured out here. Almost hits Berger. Nacho was throwing out all runners too. Yes, he was.
That's a strike.
Yeah, looks like they got Nakamura and Melendez warming up. It's a good move. It's a very good call. Game looks like it's going to have a ton of offense.
Ball.
So yes, a one-run deficit. Not the best spot. But you got to trust that offense with, they're going to come back. Object right now, don't let Berger beat you with a 3-run homer. That would be devastating. A 3-run home run right here would be devastating. 7-3, that's really hard to come back from. So we're witnessing a situation right now that could make or break the game for either team. That is a deep drive to left and is off the top of the wall. Almost missed that 3-run home run. 2 runs look like they might score. They will only get 1. They'll only get 1 run off that double. But man, was it close. Just off the top of the wall. I mean, that might have saved them the game. It doesn't look too good right now for Phoenix, but that might have been a blessing in disguise that did not go out. Seriously, that might have been a blessing in disguise that did not get out of the ballpark. Could you imagine that? 7-3. Trying to come back from that. Now you at least you still have a chance. You're down by 2. But they're going to need some things to happen here. They need a strikeout. Actually, they need 2 strikeouts. Fly ball is going to get another run in. Ground ball, they're definitely going to be running on a ground ball. If it's hit hard enough, I might even consider throwing home. But the CPU is not going to do that. They'll trade the out for the run.
2-2.
Even then, you hit any ground ball. You'll score the run. You'll move the runner over to the third. Get a sac fly. Get another run home. So it could be 7-3 regardless. After this is all said and done. But Melendez really needs a K. Not going to get it here. He might even be setting up for a double play opportunity too. If you walk him. Got the fly ball you needed. Let's see if Avalos can get a good throw here. They're going to try. Throw looks good. Is it going to be in time? It's, not quite in time. If he had a little bit more arm strength, I think they probably would have had more of a shot. But it is now 6-3. Portugal says it does not look good for Phoenix. Not right now, but there's a lot of baseball left. A lot of ball game left. Bottom third. Basically 7 more innings. Ground ball. Colton Cannon's going to make the nice throw over to first. They got number 2. So number 9 hole hitter, DeAndre Clayton, hitting 196. You got to go right after him. But yeah, I agree. Not looking good right now, but you got the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. 7 innings. 7 innings to get 2 runs.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball. 2 strikes.
You running on the water, bud? What you doing? 2-2. Foul. Make sure you guys are leaving a like on the stream. It really helps the algorithm. Oh, another base hit. So there you go. It is 7-3 regardless. So that 3-run home run for Berger that wasn't. Turns out 7-3 anyway. This series, a 3-run lead, nowhere close to safe, so you never know with this series. Clayton, there we go. All right, ground ball here. Got the final out, but a 4-run deficit now for the Firebirds. They're definitely up against it. They gotta, man. So, but hey, you know what? If you're a Phoenix fan, you gotta just love the fact that your team has fought to this point. Down 3-1. They come back, force a Game 7. So if you know that they got that kind of fight in them, they're not gonna go away here. 7-3 game, they're not going away. They'll get a little comeback on. But they got to use their innings. They got to use their outs wisely.
No,
41 pitches here for Carson Sola. He's been efficient. Hitting 97 still. He's still got the good gun.
Two.
2-2 to Dennison. Got him on the palm ball. Wow. That's so tough. That's so tough. It's not like, not even a changeup. It's just the fact that it's the freaking palm ball. Oh my God. That's really tough. Little pop-up, cannon in foul ground. Oh, this is fair ball. They're going to say fair ball. Is he going for 2? He's going for 2, but he gets tossed out. Dude. More aggressive base running, man. What are we doing? Well, we're going to head to the top of the 4th. Phoenix did not get a run in the 3rd inning.
Right.
For those of you guys just coming into the stream, welcome. Phoenix has come all the way back from down 3-1 to force this game number 7, but now they are down 7-3. So it is kind of, if you guys are into the numerology of it all, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Game 7, OKC has 7 runs. It's the first of 4. Phoenix is down by 4. Phoenix was down 3-1. Now they've won 3 games. They have 3 runs scored. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. Little numerology there for you tonight. Base hit here for Karev. Phoenix pitching staff not really clutching up here tonight. They did a great job just to get to this point, but now it's starting to feel like it's just slipping away from them a little bit. You know, it's tough, man. It's taxing. 7 games, not really a lot of time off. A lot of utilization of the bullpen. Basically a 3-man rotation. Not easy, especially down 3-1. Not easy. So Leroy could really put an exclamation point on this.
Ball.
3-run jack. 10-3. Almost makes it feel like that would be insurmountable.
Ball 3. Full count.
Oh, how do you take that? That is like the second time that Leroy has taken that pitch.
The shortstop.
And now you got bases juiced.
6
Ooh. So, hey, quick ground ball. You got to go home. Got to go 4, then go 1.
1-0.
That's what you got to do. You can't go up the middle. You got to throw home. You got to protect. You got to protect the deficit. You can't go down by 5 runs just to get 2 outs.
No strike.
You got to go 4. Got to go 1. Even if it's hit, like, if it's softly hit, you have no choice. You have to get the double play up the middle. Hard hit ball, though, you got time to get a force out at home. But you do get the fly ball. Dixon, way back. But they'll get the run regardless. It is 8-3, down by 5 with a double play spot here with runners on the corners. But Hamburger, 2 for 2. Portugal says total collapse incoming, and they got another run. Another base hit. Here comes Ruth with the throw to third. It is a 6-run deficit for the Phoenix Firebirds, and it seems like it is slipping away. Yes, Josh, the game is really getting away from Phoenix. If Silva can stay like how he has been, this game is over. 9 runs for OKC.
Ball 2.
Stoich's historic performance ruined by historically bad pitching.
Hey.
Got another out there. Kozar goes down on strikes. You know, but don't get too down though. Don't get too down. I still have some hope. I still have some hope.
Ball. No.
The odds are not in Phoenix's favor. I get it completely, but this is not over. 6 runs is not over. With as many home runs as this team can hit, definitely not over. So 9-3 game, down by 6. They need Stoich to hit another home run. That's what they need. They need to go back down by 5.
Ball 1.
But it's really going to get crazy if they hit a 3-run home run. At some point,
2.
they get some traffic, they get a Lobo 3-run shot or something like that. Maybe Ruth hits a solo home run.
2-2.
Dennison gets an RBI double. And they're back in it.
Full count.
But just look at his confidence, man. Look at how he just spits on that curveball. He doesn't even want any part of it at all. And then he never strikes out. Have you noticed this? He never Ks
He's out.
with regularity, at least.
Now batting, number 3.
I say that and I just remember what happened in the last stream. He had like 2 strikeouts in a game.
Ball.
But it rarely ever happens.
2-0.
1-0 pitch is high.
High. strike. Full count.
It's pretty good at bat here by Animal Lobo. Fouls pitches off, taking the high ones. Good foul. About 60 pitches, 8 pitches this at bat. 60th upcoming here would be, yeah, a little ground ball here to second. Leroy's got it. Takes the easy throw.
He's out.
Now bat, the right fielder, Angelo Ruth.
It might take them a little bit to knock them out. They got to get to the bullpen though. If they want to come back, they got to get to Silva here pretty quickly. That'll help. But you need Silva to start giving up some runs and get to about 80. Because you know the CPU not going to take him out unless he's giving up a ton of runs or his pitch count's way too high. But like 63 in the 4th inning, he's teetering on maybe getting out in the 5th, maybe getting out in the 6th. 6 might be a little too long.
1-1.
Then you've got 9 outs to play with in the 6th. So you really need to get him out of here like this inning. You can get something moving here, get some runs. But you definitely got to get him out of here in the 5th. 1-2, base hit down the line. Could potentially go for 3 here. We'll see if Erker comes up firing. He does, and we have nobody at third. So Angelo Ruth, his speed might cost him here. Either way, Michael Ruth has got to step up and knock him in. He does! It's a deep fly ball to left field, and he knows it's gone. 3-run shot for Michael Ruth. Another homer for this guy. He brings him right back in the game. Oh my God. It's now 9-6. Oh my goodness. Ruth and Jimenez just keeping the game alive. And Michael Ruth comes up huge again. Yes, another good stat right there. 4 home runs in 2 games. He's got 2 today. He's got 2 today, 2 yesterday. He's insane. He's nuts. But now you're back in the game. It's a 3-run deficit here in the 4th inning. That's what I'm talking about. That's what needed to happen right there. If you can get Silva, like let's say Storm gets on, you can get Silva into like this, like 70, mid-70, 75 pitches, 80 pitches. You can knock him out in the 5th inning. Now you have a real good chance to take back the lead, but Storm will strike out, and that is the end of the 4th, but hey, that's a great way to come back. 3-run shots by Michael Ruth, and now you're only down by another 3-run shot. So it is up to the bullpen here for Phoenix. They made this game interesting yet again. This series is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff. Yes, exactly. Ruth is trying to will his team to the Gold Series. Game is never over in this series. It's true. Ground ball, Colton Cannon in the hole. He's got the no, he's out. He's got to be out. Did Stoitz drop it? Oh man, you know the CPU never challenges anything, but like look at this. He's out, dude. He's out. Oh man, and they don't challenge anything. I'm trying to hear it. I'm hearing it right there. He's out, dude. And he didn't drop the ball either. He's out. Ball's in the glove right there. He's out. Oh, man. And then if he scores, that's just going to be garbage. Why don't they allow the CPU to challenge stuff in Sim? CPU versus CPU. They'd give it to you if it was a user game. So a base hit here for Clayton. And he got him stealing. Chuck Storm fires it down, and then you get the out anyway. So that's the game just saying, we'll give that one back to you. Line drive to right. Out there to Ruth. Able to track that one down. Out number 2.
Now back, the 17th, Brandon Catfish.
9-6 game in the top of the 5th inning. This is nuts. Just so many runs have been scored. It just tells me that we still got a long way to go. Base hit here for Catfish. He's still hot. I probably wouldn't. 2 strikes. Well, yeah, I mean, what? Yeah, I would. Sorry. Yes, I would. I would challenge him. Port, wondering if Catfish should steal. I would. With 2 strikes, it's like, why not? But there'll be a foot race here to the bag, and whew, Stoitz just wins that one. Now we're back to the top of the order here with Phoenix, another chance. That was really key for the bottom of the order guys to get those 3 runs. So now you get the top of the order here. They've got Slater and Caballero. This is why we set it up this way for both teams. Both in this Game 7, this pivotal Game 7. This does seem like it might be Sova's last inning. Up to 74 pitches with this pitch here. He does get a final strike here. 2-1. Another strike there. He's hitting 95. Fastball's kind of losing a little bit of life. He was hitting about 98 in some instances. 2-2 pitch. Palm ball. He kind of expected that. He does like the palm ball with 2 strikes. But now he's down in the count. 3-2. And, oh, the fastball. 4-seamer. Avalos can't lay off, and it's another strikeout for Sova. And now you got Marty Dennison, who's been hot the last couple of games. Kind of starting to get that bat warmed up. Hitting from the left side against the righty Sova. At some point, you do have to be looking inside. And he might just do that. He likes the soft stuff away and the hard stuff in. There's the soft stuff away right there. Now the palm ball he took 2 more miles an hour off of that thing. Palm ball hitting 82. So Sova's got 5, and now it's up to Colton Cannon. 278 in the postseason. Bringing his batting average back up a little bit. 4-seamer now hitting 92. Big spot here for OKC, shutting down this Phoenix offense here. Get into the 6th inning, still holding on to that lead.
2-1.
9 outs for Phoenix to get 3 runs. Always trying to think ahead a little bit. There's Cannon, though. Deep drive to left field, and that ball's off the wall. Should definitely be a double here for Cannon, but a strong throw from Brady Urker. Had it been a little bit more towards the bag, I think they would have gotten him. Nabbed him. Nailed him. Got him. They would have oh, that's an outtake. They would have nabbed him. Nailed him. Got him. So now it's Kevin Stoitz. Can he hit a 2-run homer? Let's see.
1 ball. No
He hit one in the first, apparently. 2-run shot. This man's 11 for 25. And look who's up to potentially bring it within 1, says Josh. Yeah. You think he's going to do it? Channel points bets for Stoitz. 39 homers this season for Stoitz. Go figure. 2-0. You know he's in the driver's seat. He's just waiting. All right. So it looks like Sova doesn't want any part of him.
3-0.
I mean, that's what it's feeling like right here. I think he throws him a strike. 3-0. Oh, man. Stoitz. He says, dude, he is so aggressive. He's just like, dude, I don't give a crap. I don't give a 3-1.
That's a ball.
Palm ball misses high, and Stoitz draws a walk. Dude, he's ridiculous. He's such a good hitter.
Number 3.
All right, so that's going to do it for Carson Silva. He was, I don't know, how would you classify Silva's outing here tonight? He gave up 6 runs.
Your attention, please.
Like,
Now,
his team has the lead. He kept him in the ball game. But I wouldn't say that he was that good. He wasn't as bad as Clark. Yeah, that's probably how I would classify it too. He wasn't as bad. Both guys were bad, but he wasn't as bad. Take it or leave it. So now we get a good matchup here. Caballero against Lobo. Lobo has come through in the clutch here in the past, but he's 0-4 tonight. 1-1 to Lobo. He's going to miss. Nobody's going. Probably a smart move there. Maybe they have learned their lesson from Marty Dennison's base running error the other day. 2-1. Lobo pops it up. Dang it. Oh, man, that's frustrating for Phoenix. He got a good pitch to hit. A little high in the strike zone. He offered at it, but, you know, you don't really want to go 2 strikes down either. So they will get
Oklahoma City. The second baseman. Number
some
8.
traffic. They will knock Silva out. That was good.
Ahoy.
So now, but got to face off against Caballero, who's been a pretty good pitcher in this postseason. And honestly, if I'm Phoenix, I got to figure out a way to get Melendez out of here too.
Ball.
Like, I got to work that bullpen.
1-1.
Got to work those matchups. Don't let this guy go in there forever. Allowing guys like Braden Leroy to face you a couple times. You can't have it happen. Leroy, a solo shot, 110 exit velo. That's one of the hardest hit balls that we've seen this postseason. OKC gets another one back. It is 10-6. 4-run deficits for the Firebirds. They're just, dude, these two teams are just absolutely nuking the baseball. But that they should have made this decision earlier. Get Nakamura in the game to start this inning. Dude. You want one of your best pitchers to face off one of the best hitters. I don't want Melendez facing Leroy. I want Nakamura facing Leroy. Go mano-y-mano. Let's see what happens.
One, two.
War Thunder says Cyclones don't want this game to be close again. Right, they want to make sure that lead does not evaporate. But you know what? The way the game's going, I think that it just might.
That's a check. What do
I
you
think
got?
they might lose this lead. I think it might be tied going into the 9th inning. We've still got bottom of the 6th, bottom of the 7th, bottom of the 8th. We still got 3 more innings to go until their last at bats. I think we might have a 10-10 game here soon. As crazy as that sounds, I think we might get there.
That's foul.
All right, guys. So, hey, here's some channel points for you. Channel points bet. Do you think Phoenix is coming back? Now, I don't mean like winning the game or winning the series coming back. I mean, like, are they going to come back and tie the game? But here's a part of the bet, though. Okay, here's part of the bet. It's 10-6. Phoenix has to tie OKC. If OKC gets to 13, they got to tie 13. They get 15, they got to tie 15. They have to tie. That's the bet. Do you think that Phoenix is going to tie the game at any point in this game? Yes or no? If they do, if you get the prediction right, it'll be worth 100 channel points. 100. So I'm offering up 100 channel points if you get the prediction right. You get 100 channel points. So we got some no's in there. We got, I don't think anybody, no. Portugal says, I hope they do, but no. Sports Game Josh says no, they won't tie, but they'll get within 1. Christian Gamer says they don't have a shot. Rico says yes, they will. I think they will too. I really do. I think they're just going to hit a bunch of home runs to come all the way back. It would be amazing.
One. One ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-2.
Nova says yes as well. Wow. All right, so I guess we aren't the only ones, Rico and I.
Out.
Nova says they will. I think they will too. Surprisingly, like you're down 4 runs. Like normally you're thinking there's no way. It's the smart pick. The smart pick is to say no. But I just can't. I can't see how this game ends like this. 10-6. The way that this series has gone, this back and forth battle, there's no way. It's gonna come down to the wire. I don't know how, but it's going to. Oh, good way to fight that off as Jimenez. Little ground ball here to Dixon. He's got the throw off. That's out number 2.
That's an out.
The batter, the left fielder.
And that'll send up Michael Root 2 for 2 today, hitting 205. You know what? Despite all that he's done in these last 2 games, he's still hitting 205.
No, that's the ball.
Against, look at that, against lefties, 067. Wow. Novus is just waiting for that handy-dandy drama engine. Dude, okay, yeah, Rico says drama engine too. Yep, exactly. We know how it works. We've seen it enough in the, we've seen it enough.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The drama engine. We've seen enough back in the Sun Sox and Saucers dynasty, man. Franchise. I say dynasty, but franchise. Look at this guy go! 3 home runs for Michael Ruth. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. He's pulling out the Reggie Jackson. 3 home runs for Michael Ruth. Are you kidding me? He's hit 5 home runs in 2 games. How do you do that? Boom. Dude, he's on fire. He's absolutely on fire. Yep, still time for 4. Dude, could he act? Oh my God. Could you imagine that? There's still so much baseball left to go. Like, he could get 2 more at-bats at least. Drama engine is doing its work, says War Thunder. Yes, Christian Gamer, it would classify as a comeback because they would have scored more than the 10 runs. So, yes. 7 runs on 8 hits for Phoenix. So the job is simple. It's simply put, but in practice it might be a little more difficult. You get 8-9-1. Get these guys up, get them down. Go bottom 7th. You got to get more runs. Down by 3. You need at least 1. You need it to simplify. You need at least 1 run every inning at this point. 7th, 8th, 9th, you tie it up. But you need your pitching staff to lock it down here. Find a way. Lock it down. Nakamura only pitched 1 inning. That's crazy to me. He should have been out there for this inning too. Top of the 7th. You don't get another shot at this. This is game 7. So Carlisle gets it done here with 1 down. Got the strikeout. You know Clayton's going to give you a tough battle. He's going to work this count. A 1-1 changeup. Good pitch. Risky pitch, but a good one. 1-2, he can go anywhere. Can go fastball high. Not a flamethrower as Jordan Carlisle. Hitting 91 on the 4-seam. Changeup 82 is going to miss. And now you got Brady Urquhart, who has also been really hot in this ALCS. A lot of pull side. A lot of pull side power for Berger in this series. A lot of doubles in the gaps. He's got that home run in the game number 6 here as well. 3-2 pitch, little flare job out to right field. Ruth is there. Out number 2. There we go. So Phoenix getting it done here. They got 2 up, 2 down. They need to get Urquhart though. He's 1 for 4. See if Carlisle can do a job. Wanted the change up at 80. Another full count. Popped him up. Pablo's got to get in there. He does. Easy play. Carlisle gets it done. 3 up, 3 down. Now it's up to Jerome Capel. Is he capable? We'll see.
Leading off.
You got Avalos, Dennison, and Cannon. So he actually pitches better against left-handers, but Dennison will. That's the thing. That's what's so funny. Dennison's going to have to move to the left side because the game likes your switch hitters to go the opposite of the pitcher hand. But Capel is better against lefties than he is righties. So it just must be his pitch mix. So if I'm Dennison, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at those stats, and I'm like, I think I might even bat right-handed against him. But 1-2 pitch here. Berger's got a hustle. He's going to get Avalos there. One down. Dennison, there he is. So he will elect to bat on the left-hand side. Swung on a miss. Started him out with a changeup. Don't think he was expecting that. Backs it up with another changeup. Three changeups in a row. Jeez. Oh, Marty. Marty, what are we doing? Capel's got him questioning his life right now. Why did I swing at that? I'm going to let this team down, even though I hit a walk-off to send it to Game 7. There is still time for Phoenix. Colton Cannon rips it down the line. Base hit. Erker hustling to get there. I don't think that even with Cannon's speed he's going. Just kind of died in the grass right there. But that is a 2-out single with, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Stoitz. Glaring him down, and oh no, he popped it up. He pops it up to Berger. He's got the final out of the 7th, and that was a missed opportunity for Kevin Stoitz. That pitch was right down the middle. We'll take one more look at that. You know, Capel, like we said, he's better against left-handers than right-handers, but look at where this pitch was. Right down the middle, and he was just underneath it. You know what? Like, if he had been a little bit early, if he had been a little bit earlier, right there, that's a home run, dude. That's right down the middle. But he got underneath it. He was just a little too angled off. He missed the 2-run shot. Because you know Stoitz is coming through. And now here comes Damian Smooth. He's blown 2 saves, back-to-back saves. Game 5, Game 6. And now not in the closer role anymore.
1-1.
Coming into the top of the 8th in a deficit. So just trying to keep this thing in a 3-run deficit. Let's see. 1-2 pitch, catfish, popping it up. Maybe this is where Smooth is a little bit more comfortable. Maybe this is where he belongs. So now it's up to Karev and Leroy. Two righties against the lefty Smooth. Kind of like the matchup there for OKC, and there you go. Base hit for Karev. OKC obviously looking to extend that lead, man. Got to get it to 5, right? Get it to 5 runs. Get it 12-7. Leroy's already got a home run here. And that's a deep drive to left. Ruth is there, though. Just off the end of the bat, it sounded like. So, yes, exactly, Nova. Exactly. Defining moment right here for somebody. Phoenix, if they can shut this thing down, they have themselves a chance. OKC, you get more runs on the board, you can pretty much kiss it goodbye.
1-0.
This is like the moment. Breaking point. drive right to Avalos. So Smooth comes on in a less stressful situation, and he gets it done. So now we get to see Henry Castro. 4 games, 4 innings, 6 Ks, 1 walk. Pretty good numbers all the way around, and he's going to get 5, 6, 7, which is Lobo, Ruth, and Jimenez. And then after Jimenez, I believe, is Michael Ruth. So he's got another chance to get his 4th home run of the game. And wouldn't that be something? He's got Lobo up 2-1. Good swing on it. Little late. Lobo, you don't want to give in, though. Don't give in to the pitcher here. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Sweeping curve that maybe he thought he could get his hands in a little bit to it. Could not quite do it, but that's a deep drive out there to the wall. That baby's gone! Hannibal Lobo getting those hands inside. He wanted it on the sweeping curve. He didn't get it, but he got it there with the inside fastball. It is a solo home run, 10-8. Oh my goodness, here they come. Here they come. Down by 2 runs. Do you remember what I said back when it was like 10-6, guys? Do you remember that? I said, I wonder if like Lobo hits a solo shot, Dennison gets an RBI double, you know, somebody hits a 3-run homer. Nobody hit the 3-run homer. We're still waiting on that one. But it starts to get predictable, doesn't it? Well, Ruth's going to fly out here to center. You got Jimenez coming up, and then Michael Ruth right behind him with Chuck Storm. This game's crazy, man. This series is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. There's so many home runs. Good paint job right there by Henry Castro to get that strike. The 1-1. Jimenez going to foul it off. You know what you got to do here. Down by 2. Hottest hitter in the series right there, behind you. Dude, I'm like mixing up my words. I wanted to say like right there and then right next to you. So I said right near. I'm like really, I don't know what, I'm exhausted. It was long. It was a long freaking day. Right near. 2-2 pitch. Slider's going to get Jimenez. And now you get Michael Ruth. 3 for 3. 5 ribbies. 3 home runs. And he says, just put it right there for me. Lay one in there for me. Can they get it to 10-9? Ooh, he is seeing it. Sweeping curve. 1-1. He just doesn't even offer it that one either. Slider just missed. (2-1). Ooh, 50-50 call right there. It did catch the zone, so probably a good call by the umpire. But 2-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed. I might even go back up there if I'm Castro. I might do it. Yes, I got burned by Lobo, but that's a completely different hitter. I might go up there again. Maybe I get the call. Looks like they're going to try it. Full count pitch. He does go high, but Ruth draws the walk. He did not allow his individual desire right there to take over. A guy that's hot like that, you start thinking that you're the best thing since sliced bread. You want to hit your 4th home run. Good pitch to hit too. Nice and high, but you did it for the good of the team. So now here's Chuck Storm. He's got some pop in that bat. Not a lot of vision, not a lot of contact. So if you're Castro, he does have some power, so you gotta be aware of that. But I don't really want to like waste him. I don't want to miss him. Like, got him 3-0 now. I'm trying to go right after him, but he's nibbling a little bit. We'll see if Chuck Storm swings on 3-0. He does not. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The 3-1. Oh. Way outside, but it's a ball anyway. It's a walk. Runner's got to advance because of the dead ball. So now you've got Avalos coming up and Alex Cedeno on the mound. Remember, he has not pitched in the postseason. 85 walks during the regular season. 32 games in the regular season. And now he's got to face off against Avalos, who does get to be turned around here. And I would love to see, again, his stats. So he went 6-11, 32 starts. He did not pitch once in the postseason. So those numbers that you saw on the screen, that's what he did in the regular season. Look at his pitch mix here. He's nice and soft for Avalos here. Let's see what Avalos is bringing to the table. Against left-handers, he is a little bit worse contact-wise, but some pretty good vision. Clutches a 64. This is a guy who also hit 264 with 18 home runs. So he's been a very, very consistent player. We will see who wins this battle right here. First and second, 2 outs. Question is Cedeno going to let the pressure get to him here in this spot? Because he hasn't pitched. He hasn't pitched in the wild card, divisional, or even in this series whatsoever. Now he's missed 2 straight pitches pretty badly. So if you're Avalos, you really got to like this one. You got to like this one to give it a nice drive. That was that's pretty juicy. Even though it was a ball, but it's just kind of floating right there. Change up inside is just floating across the zone. You think you can handle it. But a 2-1 now to Avalos. Oh, he was way out in front of the curve. Again, they keep going inside on Avalos here with the off speed. Maybe they'll go away next. Nope, they're going to try it again. They're inside. Change up didn't fall for that one. Runners will be on the move here. Huge spots. OKC trying to shut it down. Phoenix trying to make something happen, and he got him. A cut fastball. Swung on and missed, and that could be a pivotal point in this game. Cedeno fired up. Understands how big that moment was. Whew. He just missed.
Your attention, please. Now playing left.
So Michael Ruth is now out of the game. What? What did they do? They pinch ran him, I know that, but oh man, they didn't even move Ruth. What? Why would you take him out of the game? This stupid computer. What are you doing? No. Move him to right field. Take Angelo Ruth out of the game. Oh my.
Ball. 1-1.
Oh my God. Dude, that's so bad.
No.
That is so bad. There's no way around it. I guess maybe the thinking is that going into the bottom of the ninth, Ruth is not likely to come back up.
No, too low.
Because you get the top of the order, I think. Yeah, Chuck Storm came up. He walked. Avalos struck out. So you're going to get number 2 hole hitter, Dennison. You'll get Dennison, Cannon, Stoitz. Those will be your next 3 batters. Then you'll get the 4th hitter. Yeah, so they're thinking that Ruth is not even going to come back up to the plate. But he could. I mean, that's still possible. It's still possible. Man, that's a tough call because he's slow and he's probably not going to score that run on a single. So they want to put Sposato in there. Okay, but yep. I'm surprised nobody noticed it. Nobody said anything in the chat. Michael Ruth got to second base and they pulled him for Donald Sposato. And he's out there playing left field now. So, yeah, they're thinking that there's no way that Ruth is going to come back up in the bottom of the ninth. But like if you think about it, you get Dennison, Cannon, Stoitz. Those are your first 3 batters for the inning. If any one of those guys gets on base, the 4th hitter of that inning could be out. The 5th hitter of that inning could be out. Now you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that have been faced. The 7th hitter in the lineup would be coming up to the plate, which happens to be Michael Ruth. And that means that he would be the winning run at the plate. So you'd have 2 men on, 2 outs. Michael Ruth would be coming up to the dish. To walk it off, to hit a 3-run homer to win the game. Which is what I said that they needed, right? I mean, think. I said Lobo hit a solo shot. You get Dennison with an RBI double. Somebody hit a 3-run jack. So that's what they need. They need a 3-run jack. That's what's got to happen here. So now you get, there you go. So Dennison, Cannon, Stoitz coming up. All 3 of those guys get out. The game's over. Duh. But hey, 2 outs, then you get a rally. Michael Ruth his spot is going to come up into the order. All right, so I kind of made fun of this guy because I was like, who the heck is Brian David, right? Who does he think he is? Like, throwing his weight around, getting all pumped up as the closer. Nobody's ever heard of Brian David. He ends up going 6 for 6 save opportunities in the postseason. So this is the chance for Oklahoma City. So, okay, all right, Ruth is 8, Jimenez is 7. So, but then base is loaded for 2 outs. He could come up to the plate. That should be out number 1. Clayton tosses it over to first. 2 more outs away, and the Cyclones are headed to their first Gold Series since 2012. If you guys want some Cannon. 2 more outs. But you got to go get Cannon and you got to get Stoitz. Not the easiest task, but Cannon does pop it up into foul ground, and Berger is there to get the 2nd out of the inning. 1 more out to get, but you have to get the hottest hitter, the best power hitter in all of the GGBL. Kevin Stoitz. He takes a ball outside, and honestly, you've got the 2-run lead. I would pitch to him. I would, even if you give up a solo home run, it doesn't kill you. Oh, the out is made. Line drive right to Berger, and the Oklahoma City Cyclones are headed to their first Gold Series since 2012, guys. Phoenix came all the way back, down 3-1, They gave it everything they had. Forced the Game 7. It was close. The whole series was close. Every single game. And what a series that it was. I think a lot of you guys would classify it as the best that we've seen. I mean, it's hard for me to say no that it wasn't. It's really hard for me to say no. That was an entertaining series, fun series, great one to call and witness with you guys. But Oklahoma City gets it done, and we might have ourselves another Colorado Coyotes type of run here. OKC sneaking into the playoffs, backing into the postseason. 83 games that they won, and somehow they're here. They made it, and they get to play off against Richmond for the Gold Series championship. Man, crazy, absolutely crazy. So Berger's your player of the game, 3 for 5, home run, double. Spencer Clark, 7 earned runs today in 2 innings. So, again, you didn't have much of an option. You really didn't. You could have put in Nakamura. He had about 50% health, 50% energy. He was about halfway there in that bar. You could have put him in there. He might have given you like the same amount of innings as Clark. But that third inning really hurt Phoenix in this one. Clark's a young guy, but the Phoenix pitching staff has really got a lot to build on for next season. But you're never guaranteed to come back here. And that's the tough part about baseball, right? You never are guaranteed to get back here. So the fact that Richmond, using that point, has done this 4 straight seasons, that's something crazy. And every year I feel like they might not do it. They might not do it. Because it is so hard to do. So for Phoenix, though, they've got a good base. If they can keep it all together, they can come back, is what I'm trying to say. Scoring 8 runs, 3 home runs by Michael Ruth, and it just wasn't enough. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? 5 home runs for Michael Ruth in a matter of 2 games. But let's talk about Oklahoma City here. That offense went crazy. Berger, 3 for 5, 4 ribbies. Dixon, 2 for 4, 2 ribbies. Leroy, Karev, Catfish had 2 hits. He's bringing that batting average back up. So, really, I look at Oklahoma City, I don't look at them like an 83-win team. I can't do it right now. They are not playing like an 83-win squad. They just aren't. They've got the pitching. The pitching is working. The offense is humming, especially the long ball. So this series, this Gold Series, it's going to come down to, I hate to use this as a cliche, but I think it is going to come down to pitching. And the reason I say that is because Carson Silva was not very good tonight against Phoenix. He wasn't that good. He wasn't really that effective. So when I look at Oklahoma City's pitching staff, it's about on par with Richmond's. They've got 1 ace. They got Slater. Monroe's the other ace there for Richmond. Then they're kind of sprinkled in with a couple 80 overall guys, just like Richmond has. Bullpen has been effective for Oklahoma City. I think both of these two teams really, they complement each other. They're kind of built the same way. Just take a look at this lineup here. So you got Urker at the top, Catfish, Karev, Leroy, Berger, Clayton. You got the heart of the order is full of custom players, and they're good. They're good hitters. You got Cozart, you got Dixon, who's a 93, which you may not look at Dixon and look at him like he's that good of a player, but man, he's legit. He's one of the best players in the league at a 93. Ken Jordan's not doing that well, but he's up to an 84. So there's really not a lot of let up here in this offense, and they're really kind of coming on at the right time, right? Then when you kind of flash forward over here to Richmond, they kind of got the same thing going on here. good leadoff hitter like Mondesir, like Brady Yerker, Gonzalez, Holberman, and then a mix of custom players right in the middle. Holberman, KJ, Burner, Addison, right in the middle, 3 through 6. And then they still got some nice little contributing players towards the bottom. So this is going to be a series, I think, that is built centered around, and again, look at the pitching staff, right? So you got Monroe, the clear-cut ace, a pretty decent bullpen, and kind of that mix between all the 80 overall guys in their starting rotation. So two teams that are built pretty much the same, and I think it's just going to be a war of attrition. It's going to be about who breaks first, and I think it's going to come down to the pitching, ultimately. Which staff, which bullpen is going to be better? And then in that instance, of course, bad pitching means good hitting. Which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Was it because Richmond hitters were better than OKC's pitching? Was it OKC's pitching was better than Richmond's hitters? No matter how you slice it, no matter how you want to take that, if you want to say it's going to be an offensive series, ultimately it's for me it is going to come down to pitching, because you look at the staffs outside of the aces. I think that's really what's going to determine the direction of the series is game number 1 with Monroe against Slater. Both those 90-plus overall pitchers taking each other on. Who's going to break first? At that point, it's random. It's going to be random. You got Kern, Norman, Piazza, Silva, and a decent bullpen. Likewise, you've got Hammer, Sova, Escobedo, Caballero, right? Cedeno could end up starting a little bit too here in this Gold Series. But you got Slater in here too, right? Slater versus Monroe. The direction of game 1, I think, is really going to set the tone for the rest of the series. And that's not just cliche. I think that's really how it's going to end up playing out. Just looking at the rest of their starting rotation and the rest of their bullpen. Pitching is going to be the name of the game in the series, I think. So for those of you guys that guessed the channel points question, it was, will Phoenix come back? The answer was no. They could not tie the game up. They did not score 10 runs to tie or take the lead. So you guys will go back and look and see who said no, and you guys got the 100 channel points. Let's see what you guys are saying here in the live chat here. Common theme, I'm a fan of them, and I have one custom on the team. I found the formula, says Sports Gaming Josh. Be an AL West team that has one of my customs and barely sneak into the playoffs and boom, run into the Gold Series. Yeah, so we had, last year was Columbus against Richmond. Year 2, Colorado against Richmond. Then season 1, Washington against Richmond. So the one common, I guess there's no really common theme there for the AL side. It's been kind of a mixed bag, but Richmond's obviously the team that runs the NL. But we have had, if you're looking for numbers, we have had 2 teams from the AL West in the Gold Series. So if you want to talk about maybe who the best division is on the AL side, maybe it is considered the West. But War Thunder here. Next time, the GGBL, will the good boys finally win the Gold Series, or will they fall to the Cyclones like many times before? Find out next time on the GGBL. Yes, sir. Novocaine says, man, what a division. Rivalry, what a series. Yes, I totally agree with that. That took a lot out of me, says Port. It's going to be an interesting series, man. Agreed. Yep. So it's gonna be all eyes on the pitching staff, I think. And we're gonna plop Slater up here. We're gonna just do a little mix and match here, and just kind of get this set up the right way here. So all right, just so we make sure that nobody's getting screwed like Cedeno in the bullpen or something here. I think that we got this right. I think Lapierre's got to go to long. Castro, Bart, David's the closer. Okay, we are set. We're good there. And then Richmond, we've got Monroe here for Silva. Piazza, Norman, Silva, Kern. Where do I want you? I think that's good there. And we're good there. Okay. Everything's all set up here. All right, cool. So, guys, next time I see you will be next Friday. So, the 23rd. I'll see you guys on the 23rd for game number 1. Monroe and Slater. That's going to be gameplay highlights. This will all be gameplay highlights. And then when we get to an elimination situation, we will live stream it. Okay? So we're going to do game 1. Game 2 will be simulated no matter what happens in game number 1. Game 2s are simmed. Game 3. If one team is up 2-0, game 3 will be played. So we'll have that in the highlight reel. Game 3 will be played. If it's 2-0, game 3 will be played. If it's tied 1-1, I'll break the tie in game number 3. When the tie is broken, someone's going to be up 2-1, which means game 4 will also be played. So no matter what, well, think about it this way too. So after game number 4, 2-1 series, someone could be up 3-1, or they might be tied 2-2. If it's tied 2-2, I got to break the tiebreaker via sim. If that's how it plays out, someone's going to be up 3-2. And because that's an elimination game, we will stream game number 6. There's no situation where in a 3-2 series I'm going to sim it and we're going to get to a game 7. It's not going to happen. If somebody faces elimination, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, we're going to do it live streamed. Okay? So I just wanted to be very, very clear on how that all is going to work out so that in the highlight reel, there's no accusations that some goofy stuff's going on, right? So again, highlight reel, game 1 will be played. Game 2 will be simmed no matter what. If it's a tie 1-1, I'll sim it. I'll break the tie. If it's 2-0, we're going to play that one in gameplay. 2-2, tiebreaker. 2-1, gameplay. And then we go from there. So, all right. That's it, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. Make sure you guys do that before you leave. Would highly appreciate it. Make sure you let the algorithm know that this series should be recommended out to other people. Kind of get this thing back to more popularity here. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple breakdown. Game 1s are played. Game 2s are simmed. Those are guaranteed to happen. 2-0, we get gameplay. 2-1, we get gameplay. 2-2, we tie break. 3-2, we play. 3-3, we play. So, anyway. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Next Friday for highlight reel action, and then over the weekend we will stream it to finalize the Gold Series and see who's going to take home the trophy, who's going to take home the hardware. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Have a good rest of your week. I will see you back here on Friday for more GGBL action. As always, thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to OKC. Congrats to Phoenix on the comeback and a great season. And, of course, congratulations to the Richmond Good Boys on their 4th championship run, if you will. And you know what? Again, congrats to Seattle for giving us a run for our money there a little bit. We'll see them next year. See you guys.